Hello YouTube, this is Minister Paul. It's 2 p.m. It's 10/20/2012, 1:57 to be exact. I finally got this video to run. I had to actually switch browsers. If you're using Firefox right now, let me just first tell you that I'm having several security issues with Firefox. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So this is running on Chrome. This is the video I wanted to show you last night that wouldn't run. I want you to please take notice that Fox 40 that we watched it on last night, where you see in the original video it says the guy ran out. They have completely removed the story. They cut her off live at the site. They cut her live feed on Fox 40. She was on scene. And on their web page, they have removed the entire story. It's gone. This is the person, Rowena Shaddix, that was on site. It's gone. I'm showing you their whole page. Take note that this is their main page in Sacramento. The only thing I can think of is go to the reporter and see if it's under her stories. If it isn't, then something really is amiss. It is. It's been removed. Or here it is. It's way over here on the side. Do you see how far I had to go in? Look how. Let's see what they're still saying that he ran off. It's still there. I want this archived. On 10/20/2012, he ran off. And you have to understand, I have some inside info on this story. I mean, and they were quarantined. They were quarantined. And I heard the word quarantine. So now let's go back to the video that is run, because they are saying now that, look, police made contact with the bank customer and were questioning him at his home. So again, three different stories from if they made contact with him. First of all, is he a terrorist? What chemicals did he use? What's his name? Where is he? Do you see what I mean? This is a false flag. And the reason why I'm doing this is just because it's just a gift. There's something in the air that is in my spirit that is compelling me to put this out. That this is just the beginning of something bigger. You ready for this video?
Here's one we haven't heard. Bank employees break out in hives after a customer's cash deposit makes them sick. Hazmat had to be called in to handle this unusual scene at a bank, and they just cleared the scene. Good evening, I'm Shannon Brenius.
I'm Sam Shane, and new tonight, Steve Large is in Modesto with more on the marked money that came in just before close.
Definitely an unusual scene here outside this Chase Bank branch. You can see Hazmat team debriefing right now. They've already been inside. One police officer told me that they described the person who dropped this money off as a regular customer. Nothing regular, though, about the deposit he made. Just like characters in this.
Did you see that in real time? Do you see what I have to deal with just to make a video? I'm going to press through anyway. I'm going to watch this video, whether they like it or not.
We've always had life insurance.
When you're raising kids,
it's ridiculous. They does not want me to see this video. Did you notice that he said that they'd cleared the scene? They did not clear the scene. As of midnight last night, they were still on scene, and they were calling local security companies looking for highly specialized arm protection of that area. So that's not a cleared scene. That's a lie. Try to run this
Here's
again.
one we haven't heard. Bank employees break out in hives after a customer's cash deposit makes them sick. Hazmat had to be called in to handle this unusual scene at a bank, and they just cleared the scene. Good evening, I'm Shannon Bernius.
I'm Sam Shane, and new tonight, Steve Large is in Modesto with more on the marked money that came in just before close.
Definitely an unusual scene here outside this Chase Bank branch. You can see hazmat teams debriefing right now. They've already been inside. One police officer told me that they described the person who dropped this money off as a regular customer. Nothing regular, though, about the deposit he made. Just like characters in a sci-fi scene inside this Modesto Chase Bank branch, this hazmat team tested the dollar bills that employees here say they handled before falling ill, breaking out in hives. The hazmat test showed a single hit, meaning the equipment picked up a contaminant, but exactly what is still unclear.
We're trying to analyze what it was right now, and the money that is in question will get sent off to a lab for further testing.
Firefighters hosed off employees in an effort to clean off any possible residue from them. Some were also taken to a hospital to be monitored. Unclear whether this was some type of an attack or simply an innocent misunderstanding. The extraordinary measures came after a man made a large deposit with a teller with cash wrapped in a paper towel.
Money was brought in by a subject that had the money wrapped around in the towel and seemed to be not very interested in actually touching the money. So the law enforcement side is following up on that end.
Police say the man is in his 30s. They know where he lives, and they were monitoring his home. This cash deposit creating chaos and a lot more questions. So this investigation will continue on. Hazmat teams have said that the branch is now safe to go back inside, and they are returning it back to Chase Bank.
Bank employees are recovering, and the FBI is now involved in this investigation.
Okay, well, that's not what I'm hearing. And so I wanted to make a 5-minute video, but this story has to be told. I'm not hearing that it's a cleared scene. Who is this guy? What was on the money? They said dollar bills. Those did not appear to look like $1 bills to me. They said that, did you notice? This is being totally played down. This is another news outlet, NBC. Let's see what we can see in real time. Everybody see the time? This is the next day. They said that he hit. What do you mean by the fact that he had been being monitored? Let's see if this side has been updated. Six Modesto bank workers were hospitalized. A criminal investigation launched after a customer dropped off a packet of money wrapped in a paper towel, authorities said. Now, if somebody came and handed you, they said he made a deposit. Something is wrong with this story. But then they said they were monitoring his house, but they don't say who he is. Was this a terrorist attack or is it a false flag? Hazardous material crews responded Friday afternoon to the Chase Bank branch and administered 2 showers to the victims, the first with their clothes and the second with them disrobed. What they don't tell you, and now, okay, look. It says authorities are investigating the cause of the illnesses and are looking for the customer. So they've identified him as a customer of the bank. Fox 40, who's removed the story, I had to dig deep into it, hasn't updated this major story in 20 hours. I'm just going to say this. I did specialized armed protection work at Fox 40. I know they have a whole bank of scanners. They are competing with NBC and ABC and CBS, and when they have reporters just listening for anything, and they will be in their vans and going to be first on scene. If this is something that had to do with the chemical or biological attack at a bank, you can best bet they'd be following up on it. For some reason, they're saying the man just handed the money and took off, and they've buried it. It has not been updated for 20 hours. This does not jibe with me. Something, it appears to me, let me just be very careful here, because I worked there in 99, it's been a long time. It appears to me that something is being covered up. Let me just make sure everybody has all these details. This is CBS. Look at that. They got some auto refresh going. This is CBS. They're saying that they made contact with the customer and questioned him at his home. But they also, in the video, they said he was being monitored. These people said they ran away, and Fox doesn't know who he is, and they haven't updated it for 20 hours. NBC are saying they're looking for the customer. Has everybody got that? Do you understand that they were quarantined? They're not mentioning that part, but if you watched it live on the news, that's why Fox removed it. They were taken to a quarantine section. You know what it means to be quarantined? It means you're infected and contagious. And we don't even know, I guess, I don't know. I'm done with this. You figure it out. You got 3 outlets here with 3 different stories, and there's no update. Matter of fact, let's check that video that I finally got to run. Let's get the time that it was updated. There's no updates today on this story. Let me just show you this, because I live here. I live about an hour and a half from Modesto, and about half hour from Sacramento. Okay, so no update, no update, no update. And in case you think I'm out to lunch or something, let's even go to one more media outlet who I've actually been interviewed before. I have. I'll post it if you don't believe me. Remember I mentioned Vallejo yesterday? Let's see if they've updated their story. I would think this is a major story, wouldn't you? I'm staying on top of this. Here it is. Let's see when they updated it. If last night at 11:31.
Spa Atlantis in Reno. Call 800-723-6500.
Last night at 11:31. Let's see what they got for video, and I'll play it.
Working at a bank comes with risks, most likely an armed robbery. When the good people at Chase Bank in Modesto went to work today, the last thing they expected was a parking lot shower, courtesy of the hazmat team. But that's exactly what happened tonight.
She's being taken to a quarantine section.
What appears to be cash tainted with some sort of irritant. The result? 6 people in the hospital and dozens of first responders in biohazard suits. News 10's George Warren has the story.
A little after 3 o'clock this afternoon, a man walked into this Chase Bank branch with a large sum of money wrapped in a paper towel. And what happened next? Shut down the bank and sent 6 bank employees to the hospital. 3 employees who actually touched the money broke out in a rash. 3 others who were nearby complained of similar skin irritation. Later, a Modesto Regional Fire Authority hazmat team entered the bank to make sure there was no widespread contamination. They removed the currency and verified that there was indeed some type of hazardous substance on it.
Unfortunately, there could be a whole host of chemicals out there. Anthrax is probably the most commonly one known after 9/11. It doesn't appear to be anything to that level.
What we do know is the man with the money came here to make a deposit and may have had no ill intent.
Officer.
But it's hard to ignore the fact that he himself apparently didn't want to touch it. So that tells you that he had some concerns about what was on that cash.
A reasonable person could come to that conclusion, and that's why we're handling it in the manner in which we're handling it.
So what about the man with the tainted cash?
What about him?
Modesto police know who he is. He's a man in his 30s, but they don't know what to do with that information yet because they don't know yet whether a crime was committed. In Modesto, George Warren, News 10.
Okay.
The money is being sent to a lab for further testing to what had contaminated the cash. All 6 patients are improving. They may all be released from the...
None of that even makes sense, nor does the cover-up of it. What he said is that they have them, but they don't know what to do with them. Makes no sense. It literally doesn't. It's a cover-up. Peace. Don't let them do this. Expose it.